So I'm headed to HEB for my groceries for the week. I'm stopped at a red light right now, so don't think I'm driving while I'm talking. And I'm going to face the conundrum that I face every time I go to the grocery store, which is convenience, cheapness, and healthiness. I feel like it's a Venn diagram where none of the circles overlap. And I'm gonna try to catch some video in the grocery store and show what I mean. Let's head over to HEB and see what we can find. Okay, so I just parked at HEB, front row, yay. And I realized another dilemma I'm gonna have to face in here because I forgot my reusable bags, which means I'm gonna have to pick between paper and plastic. And to be quite honest with you, neither choice is good. I hate the plastic ones. They're not even if they weren't bad for the environment, they're just bad at what they do. They're just a bad design. They don't hold the groceries. They break, they tear. You put them in the car and the groceries fall out of them. I hate them. And then the paper bags, while aesthetically pleasing, unless you really have a good reuse for them, they tend to go to waste too. And there's a tree that's dead, and a lot of times they double bag those, whether they need to or not, because people don't know how to carry them. Anyway, another dilemma at the grocery store. But in we go. Let's see what we find. The fresh produce aisle is probably the best place to start. Healthy? That's an easy green light. Cost? Usually yellow, sometimes green, depending on the season. Convenience? That's where it shifts toward red because real food still takes real work. You can buy it pre-cut at HEB. That improves convenience, but it also raises cost. There always seems to be a trade-off. The perimeter of the store is still where most of the real food lives. Produce, meat, dairy, bakery. Traditionally, this is where you trade convenience for quality. But this is another place where HEB tries to help. They've built a middle ground between cooking from scratch and fully prepared meals. Pre-marinated meats, stuffed chicken breasts, stew kits with the vegetables already packed in, meals you still cook at home, but with less prep work. Healthy? That's usually a green light, but some yellow and red. There's always that small question: what exactly is in those marinades? Convenience? Definitely easier. But cost? As convenience goes up, price usually follows. There's the time value continuum you always have to ride. None of this is a criticism, it's actually a useful service. HEB is meeting people in the reality of modern life. Less time, busy schedules, still wanting real food. They're giving you more ways to find a middle ground, but every step toward convenience moves something else, usually cost, sometimes health. There's always a trade-off. Prepared foods are where things get interesting because not all prepared is the same. Frozen pizzas, breakfast sandwiches, microwave meals. Convenience, obviously a green light. Cost varies, but as quality goes up, so does the price. Health, usually red. There are very few truly healthy items in these aisles, and the best bargains are usually the worst offenders. Then there are HEB's in-store prepared meals, assembled here, finished at home. Fewer preservatives, less processing. Healthy, I'd say mostly a green light here. Convenience, yellow. The freshest meals cook in the oven or air fryer. The microwavable ones are easier, but they're prepackaged and saucy, so they may be a little less healthy. Cost, it's more expensive than cooking from scratch, but sometimes they have a yellow coupon. What you're really buying is time without going fully processed. The middle aisles, this is where the math changes. This is where value lives, and convenience. Price, lots of green lights. This is where you control a grocery bill. Convenience, also green. Pantry basics are easier than cooking from scratch. Health, mixed. Yellow at best, sometimes red, occasionally green if you choose carefully. A good grocery store makes this easier. A bad one makes it much harder. HEB does a great job of stocking a variety of lines with easy-to-follow, good, better, best, organic, premium brand labeling. There's another factor to consider: personal constraints. Most adults have at least one. For me, type 2 diabetes makes the bakery aisle mostly a flyby. If I'm buying bread, the fresh baked in-store loaves are probably a better choice than ultra-processed options. And with IBD, some foods in the produce section are fine for most people, but not always for me. Almost everyone is navigating something. I'm only shopping for one person, one palate, one set of needs. I can't imagine trying to solve this for a whole family. Different tastes, different schedules, different needs. That's a much more complex calculation every time you walk into a grocery store. Modern grocery shopping is a surprisingly complicated exercise. Cost, health, time, convenience, personal constraints, family needs. Every cart is a set of trade-offs. This isn't an H-E-B problem. If anything, H-E-B makes it easier. Good produce, strong store brands, real options. I can't imagine trying to solve this somewhere with a truly bad grocery store. No wonder people who live in what we call food deserts, places far away from quality stores, have some of the worst health outcomes in the country. Those places exist in pretty much every American city. Luckily, I'm not in one of them. So you walk out with a cart full of decisions. A few green lights, a lot of yellow, maybe one or two red. A great grocery store doesn't eliminate the dilemma. It just gives you better ways to solve it. Living somewhere with a store like this makes the math a little easier. I'm curious, what's grocery shopping like where you live? Do you have a store you love or one you just tolerate? Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, let me know what else you'd like to see me explore.